Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a little while. Been busy up to this point, but things are starting to settle in nicely. I just wanted to give an update. I know I haven't provided some content in some time. It's 8:04 p.m. on October 22nd right now. That beep you're hearing is my smoke detector, which I cannot repair because it's AC. But anyways, that's another issue I'll deal with some other time. So you might hear a beep now and then. Just ignore it. I try to. Anyways, a lot of changes have been happening in my life, which is going to be for the better for the server. Um, for those of you who don't know, I was on an afternoon shift. I ended up leaving that position after about 6 months, and the problem with that shift was it was a commute, which my current position is as well. It didn't pay, a heck of a lot, but it paid okay. But I didn't see a future in it for me. So I left the position, and because it was an afternoon shift, the way my sleep cycle was at the time, it basically meant that I would get up, have a couple hours, do something, go to work. If I'm lucky, had a couple hours and do something, or if I'm not, if I didn't feel like it, I'd do other things. So I really couldn't be productive as far as the server goes. So what's happening now? Um, During the week, I somewhat don't have much time. I work a midnight shift now. I get paid a hell of a lot more than what I was getting paid before, which is always a good thing. So it keeps your spirits up. You're not looking for other work or worrying about other things. Um, but as far as the server goes, I'm just looking here at what's going on while I report this. Um, as far as the server goes, things have been going pretty good. What's happening now, because I'm on the midnight shift, it's giving me at least one full day on Sunday of at least 12 hours that my son's not with me. He's back home with his mom, and it's giving me at least a full half day of being able to do things, both with the server and other things as well. So I'm just looking. While I give you this update here, there's not too much to show you right now, except maybe what some meets are going on. But what we've been able to do is basically get some more procedures in place. There's been a lot of changes going on. I can show you here quickly while I don't know what that is. I'm not worried about that. So there's been a lot of changes that I started implementing last Sunday, and I'm planning to do more this weekend coming up as well. It's allowed me to actually be more hands-on as far as the administration things of the server, and as well as developing the actual various tabs here. Here we go. So what we're doing is I've been starting to put this happened last Sunday. I started putting in some new yard sheets that basically allows us to do an inventory of what's going on as far as the server, and also allows us to easily tag at this on the same screen. So what was the former tags system that we used through RTS and then we imported it in is actually all onto the registry sheet. The registry sheet actually is holding everything now. And while that loads up, that was slow. But San Bernardino yard, for example, like we tagged a bunch yesterday. I'm not too sure. I believe while I was sleeping overnight, another train probably came in over to San Bernardino here. He's got one ready to go out, so that's good. I think, or is that the one that came in? That might have been the one that came in. Let me see here. There was one headed in before, this morning before I went to bed, so I think that might be it. Maybe. Looks like it's empty. I don't know. I gotta double check that. Looks like those engines are empty. Either that or, yeah. No, this is an outbound that's ready. Still looks like those engines are empty. At least they're green. That's kind of scary. Oh no, he's got fuel. Okay. It's sometimes when it's green, like it'll go red if it's completely full, but it was actually green, but it's just got fuel, so I'll assume it's fine. So yeah, we've been managing different yards, different aspects, and I don't want to babble on about too many other things, but basically to give you an update, what I will be doing is if you have questions about the system or if you have uh, various other things that are going on that you want to know behind the scenes, like I mean, we got a couple people on right now. The server hasn't been incredibly busy, but it's still going. We're moving a lot of freight, which is the good thing. I got Bear. He's running. He runs a lot during the weekdays, so there is a presence. If you're looking to run with people, he's usually on pretty much almost Monday to Friday. He's on a lot of the weekends as well. Yeah, we've got Leland. Leland's another regular with ours who comes in not as much as Bear, but he's definitely a presence. He comes in a few days, and there's others as well too. Tony, who's in admin with us, he's starting to get some free time off, so he'll be also have more time available as well. Um, so there's a lot as far as presence, a lot of activity going on. I'll just maybe I'll pop into there. Where are they here? One of them's over at. I might as well show you some trains instead of just hearing me babble. One of them is over. If I can find it. Yeah, he's up here somewhere. Okay. Am I going the right way? I think I am. Oh, here he comes. So, yeah, there's Leyland. So he's got a coal train by the looks of it, UP, SP power. RTS generated, empty coal going back, I believe, to Savage Mine, I think. But, so this is all RTS generated traffic, not too big. All random Waybills. East Barstow, I think there was another one here. Somebody was there. Okay, Oral Grand. I think Bear's running a train there. So he's got some cars for on. You can see the tags that are all applied to these trains. This looks like a regular manifest train, if I can see what it is. Yeah. Hard to read when they're going really fast. Let's see here. Oh, okay, so that's the Lakbar. So he's headed for Barstow. And once again, with the RTS system, if you're new to it, you haven't seen it, what this does is these trains are actually generated by the Waybill system. So all these tags that are going on, and you can see there's some loads there, some empties, level lock. That's all basically generated by the Waybill system. So you got all the tags going on, and we move a lot of freight, but it's not so much moving freight as far as switching. It's also about running from A to B. So if you're shy about the system, don't worry about it too much. There's a lot. Just like Run8's overwhelming. The main thing is we have procedures that are in place on the Wikia. This sheet here is just sort of reports what's going on. So if we go to your sorted, you can see Leland and Bear both departed pretty much almost at the same time at about 7:02 and 7:07. The idea here, if you're new again, is you go to the live form and then you can report whether or not you're departing or you're actually at a location. And what that does is it allows us basically, it's been a busy day today, holy smoke, not too bad. So it's just been Bear and Leyland for the most part today, but they're moving all kinds of trains, spending quite a bit of time on the server since this morning. So there's a good 10 hours there at least at that point, and that's quite normal for people who do have time, who will frequent the server. So we do have activity, but the idea is what we're revving up for right now is the coming this spring with AI, and I'll show you this real quickly. This is some of these screens and diagrams are telling you which, we're trying to, there's a lot of information there, but we're also trying to, this more or less helps um, as far as what's been tagged or what's going where, if there's any instructions, etc. Um, we do have a more formal system of a forum post to give you instructions. This is the Barstow Matrix, what's been humped, what's in the arrival yard still to be humped, and all the car counts. So this is all automated, with the exception of these. This here is manual entries that we put in once we do car counts, or basically cycle counts to check to see what cars are. Again, don't worry about all the overwhelming data. It's very data driven because we basically basically we move a lot of freight, so we got to keep track of it, and a lot of this has to be automated so we know what's going on. Like today, October 22nd, these start highlighting green. A build's been put up for the train from Barstow to was it Pasco? I forget what the name of that is, but anyways, a build order's up for it. So these are trains that are available. You got other crew train changes out there. Looking at the time here, because I like using the whole 15 minutes that I'm allowed on YouTube. But when you look at the trains that are available, there's still a whole whack that are sitting in sidings that are ready to be run. So all it takes, just so you know, like if you're looking for a train and you got we got a Z train, that's an A to B. It doesn't do any switching. Goes from Los Angeles to wherever the hell that is, DB. I don't know. It's in there. Other trains that are sitting out there, we got the San Bernardino train. This was built recently, headed to Chicago. Another train from Los Angeles, an intermodal train. That's more or less an A to B run. So there's a lot of trains where you don't have to worry so much about switching, but we do have ones like this one here. The Bartow down here was built in Barstow Yard. We take about, right now, 35 days to run a full day's worth of trains. So it's and this is an ongoing change. We're constantly trying to evolve, improve. If there's anything you don't understand, specifics, if something's not clear, we have the Wikia. I can go into it right here. So that's what I go in to see the recent activity. But what you will see when you come in is this. Everything about it is on the home page right here. You get your latest activity, but our procedures, our operations, other links in the community, where to get the software, our servers, that includes passwords. Passwords are in the procedures, so you got to read the procedures to find out the passwords. There's tutorials, knowledge base. So I mean, there's a lot of procedures, but we got 20 of them. But they're not too hard. Some of it's just straightforward, like obeying timetable, speed limits, and we got one new one for high rail maintenance vehicles, yards and industries, different things. These change from time to time, and they also link to other, like emergency. If a user has issues, there's an article on emergency procedures that you can go to that tells you more about that if you're in an emergency. And if you're not too sure, you can always ask questions. We tend to use the forum to have discussions about things, and I mean it's pretty busy as far as forum activity goes as well. I mean, these are all happening within the last hour. Various posts by myself, Bear. You got Leland down there. So we've got all kinds of different conversations going on. Tom is over on the Florida server. He handles the Florida stuff. So if you're interested in Florida, we have an active Florida server running. So anyways, that's about it for now. I just wanted to say look for more weekly content. We'll get to more specific content probably on Sunday. And for now, this is it. I'll talk to you later.